The episode starts off with Butters getting bullied at school, which is like every single episode ever made with this nigga ever. Anyways, he's getting heckled because apparently he never kissed a girl before, and now in order for him to get respect from the boys, he now has to kiss one. But here's the thing, the girl is giving out kisses for money like she a hoe from East New York. If you know, you know. So of course, he kisses her and goes about their day. That is until Butters comes up with a plan. A plan that will not only make him bread, but also make him move like he's done magic wand. You see, he makes money off the girls themselves, selling kisses, and he takes control of the profit that they make in a way that could benefit himself and the girls. We then have this weird side plot of a police officer pretending to be a hoe. And no, it's not like a female, it's like actually a nigga. Yes, you heard me right. A nigga is dressed up in drag as an undercover cop just so he can catch other niggas lacking. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this is part of a sting operation to catch Butters in the act. But that doesn't matter. Doesn't make it any better. It really doesn't.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, Butters starts wilding out now due to his pimp status. He eventually ends up in a pimp convention where he gets advice from fellow pimps. One of which is Cat Williams, by the way, just to let y'all know. I honestly didn't peep that to watch this shit again. And due to said advice, he's now a certified player and now knows the game all too well. But how can I cover this episode without going over one of the most iconic scenes in the history of the show? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just wait bro, that's all I'm gonna say.
Bitch, you wanna make some motherfucking money? Wendy! Bitch, don't you wanna start making some real fucking money? Don't you want a new lunchbox? Nice new coat? I can get all that for you, bitch!
Butters, seriously, if you don't stop this, I'll kick your ass!
Clyde, here's $100. Stan comes near me, punch him.
Wow, wait. Dude, we've created a monster.
Bro, if Carmen says you're a bad person, bro, then something's wrong because this is the same nigga that made a nigga eating his own parents.
Hand me that evidence bag.
Fuck this shit! Came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck.
Eventually, Butters goes to Empire of Hoes. He gets a housing loan, and as things start to turn his way, she hits the fan. His bitches end up arguing, and his surgeon aides ends up catching up to him. But his pimp ends up proposing to him. Mind you, he's a nigga, dressed up in drag. Horrible drag at that. So Butters ends up not getting arrested, but he ends up stopping being a pimp anymore anyways. Then it ends with a happy ending, with the pimp and hoe living happily ever after.
I've got something for you too, my love. I just put it right over here by the freeze!
But now this is a fun episode to cover though. If you didn't know already, I'm a huge South Park fan, and it's one of my favorite episodes all the time. I just find it funny how this little nigga ends up being a pimp, even if it's just for 22 minutes, bro. But while South Park is seen as a simple adult cartoon, there's way more context of what they're saying in this shit. The creators of the show use the kids to talk about messages and events that happen in the real world, while still having a sense of dark humor to make it interesting to y'all. This episode is no exception because it allows the viewers to make up their own mind on prostitution as a whole. I personally think that prostitutes or any type of sex worker shouldn't be judged because, to be honest bro, we don't really know what happens behind the scenes that can make them hoes in the first place. A lot of these women become sex workers as a way to get out of their environment, but it can also lead to their downfall due to how some of their pimps and clients treat them like shit. It's actually very ironic because some of these pimps end up falling in love with their hoes. If you don't believe me, just ask Snoop Dogg.
I went on a pimping binge for about 2 years straight, like for real, but I fell in love with a bitch. That's why I had to do a movie called Bossing Up, because the first rule of pimping is thou shalt not love a hoe. I was just the first pimp to tell a story of a pimp falling in love with a hoe.
But I also think some of these things happen due to how prostitution is illegal in the States. But when you come to think of it though, we all pay for sex one way or another. And even South Park agrees with that.
Every boy pays for kisses. You got a girl, and she kisses you, sooner or later you're paying for it. You gotta take her out to lunch, take her to a movie, and then spend time listening to all her stupid problems.
Most niggas pursue relationships because eventually they want to get coochie, and while people could argue that love is the ultimate goal of any relationship, At the end of the day, we was all born and made into this planet for one thing and for one thing only, and that happens to be sex. Looking back at this episode from an analytical perspective, it shows you a message of one thing we have learned since youngins, and that is don't judge a book by its cover. So the next time you see a hole in your hood, don't look at it the opposite way, because you don't know what they're going through. So yeah gang, that's the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed. If you do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Share this too by the way, because I think your fans would like this too. But anyways, this is imKingKenneth signing off.
You got him. Come on.